everybody, it is the Naughty Degen here, coming at you with another video. In this video, I want to go over 3 ways that Gods Unchained could dramatically improve its player base and size over the next year, okay? Now, some of the things I'm going to mention are pretty much confirmed to be in the pipeline. We don't have exact dates. Some of them are not 100% confirmed, but we have speculation that they might occur. And I just want to give my opinion on how we can grow this game to be bigger and better. No doubt, Gods Unchained is a top 3 NFT game. Like, it's such a good, fun game that really balances the whole NFT play to earn side and just a fun game side, right? I feel like you need to marry both to have a good, successful NFT game. If the focus of your game is that it's NFTs and play to earn, I don't think you're gonna be successful. But on the other side, that is supposed to be the niche we're in, right? That is what people are moving towards, and people are starting to want to, hey, I want to make money playing my games, and play to earn gives you that ability, right? So 3 ways, right? Number 1, and this is probably the biggest one on my list. I like to start off strong. Card rentals. Card and deck rentals. The ability to rent out your NFT cards for passive income to people who want to use them, or a full deck, right? Now this is, just such a golden opportunity for Gods Unchained to do, because in addition to providing a ton of utility to the NFTs, you can also provide utility to the IMX token or the Gods Unchained token, right? So you could probably set up a system where you could rent these cards and you pay using either IMX or Gods Unchained. In addition to that, you could probably have a fee on top of that. I mean, all IMX transactions are going to have a fee no matter what, a small fee that's converted into buy pressure for the token. But I think you could maybe add like an extra fee on top of it, maybe like a 1% fee for every transaction, whether it's God's token or IMX token. 1% of the token is burned, or 1% of the token is thrown into the liquidity pool, something like that, that strengthens the token, in addition to adding utility to the token, because people will need to buy either Gods Unchained token or IMX token to rent cards, and it adds more utility to the NFT cards, okay? And it lowers the barrier of entry for newer players, right? Now, some people were a little bit concerned, well, will this hurt card sales? No, this will help card sales, because people are going to be able to try out different cards before they buy them, right? The cost of owning over the long term is always lower than the cost of renting. So if you find a card you really like and you play it for a couple weeks, you're like, yeah, I like this card, this fits my style, you're not going to want to just keep renting it. You're going to want to buy it because it's going to save you money in the long run. So allowing rentals is not going to hurt card sales. It's going to add utility to both tokens, right? God's token and IMX token. And it's going to add utility to the NFTs, so owners can turn their NFTs into passive income for cards that they don't want to sell, okay? That is the biggest one, okay? The biggest thing. We see people in Axie. I was doing some research on Axie Infinity, going through some Reddits and things like that. Look, people are making pretty pennies, right? I already knew this, but I wanted to see more numbers, more confirmation. People are making pretty pennies, renting out their NFTs, okay? They have what's called Axie Scholars, and there's usually a manager, and people are making full-time incomes doing this, right? Now, who knows how this is going to translate with Gods Unchained, because it's a little bit different, because there's so many cards. But if you could turn cards you're not using into passive income, even if it's not a ton, or a couple bucks a day, you can't beat that. Can't beat that. All right, so you get the point. Card rentals, number 1. Number 2, lore. Lore. I've been a gamer since I was like 6 years old. I've always loved lore and learning about the story. And Gods Unchained has a good amount of lore, but I think they should maybe commission some some more animators or things like that to kind of create more trailers and create maybe short stories, right? We see League of Legends is they have their own Netflix thing going on right now, right? And it kind of it makes money, but also beyond that, it kind of feeds back into the game where the gamers will watch the show and then people might check out the show. Oh, I want to play the game, and it kind of goes back and forth. It kind of becomes like a synergy, and I think Gods Unchained could do that. Pay a couple animation studios, start putting on YouTube, like little 5-minute short, lower trailers and stories, and they don't have to be long, well, thought out, or they have to be well thought out, but they don't have to be long stories like movies, but little every, other week, a 5-minute, little animated story. That could do a lot for the game, I feel like, okay? That could really do a lot. Don't underestimate how powerful lore can be, okay? In addition to getting new players, it could strengthen existing players because it really helps them connect with certain gods or certain cards or what have you. I know they do have some lore, I'm not saying they don't, but more lore. More lore, more lore. Be really good for the game. Third and final on my list, and I think you're gonna this is the obvious one, right? And this is in the pipeline. Mobile. We will probably get mobile sometime towards the end of 2022. More than likely, they're gonna have an alpha out at the minimum for mobile by the end of 2022, and maybe full game beginning of 2023. Mobile is the reason so many card games have blown up. Hearthstone, I don't think would have been nearly as successful if they didn't have a mobile app. Get it right, make sure it's not buggy, you get that mobile out there, you do some advertising, right? It's going to have a tremendous effect on the game. It's going to be one of those things that really pays dividends down the road, because those mobile players, they get on, they start, they tinker, they're casual, right? They start seeing, oh, I could earn money doing this, and they start really enjoying all aspects of the game, trying out different gods, what have you, and then they say, okay, I want to play on my PC, and I'm going to, really ramp up, what I'm putting into this game. Maybe they buy some cards, maybe they buy some tokens, right? Maybe they rent some cards. Mobile is key, especially I feel like for card games. For some games, mobile's not going to help, For first-person shooter games, I mean, yeah, there's Call of Duty mobile, and it's like, you could play it, but it's not the same. A card game translates so well over to mobile because it's a turn-taking game. It's not built on reflexes. It's built on strategy and deck building and a little bit of RNG. So those are 3 ways you can improve Gods Unchained. If you agree with me or disagree, comment down below. And did I miss anything? Let me know if I missed something. What is one way that you would improve Gods Unchained? This is a game we all love, and this is a game that's very successful, but it can get better, and it's going to get better. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and share the video. I will catch you next time. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you next time.